everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today I've got the last two layouts of the month section for the As You Grow by Close to My Heart layouts I'm doing for this baby book. So we've got 11 months and 12 months today. I only used the 11 month and 12 month stickers out of this today, I believe. I might have used some flowers, but I know I used the 11 and 12 months. I don't know if I used anything else. I can't remember. And so, been a long day, of course, right? I used charcoal, sangria, and mulberry for the most part on the layouts. And then I used, for the first set of layouts, I used these two pattern papers. And for the second two layouts, I used these two pattern papers. Okay, the first one I titled Getting So Big. Figured, at 11 months, you're getting so big, right? Okay, pretty cool, huh? And I used that pocket that I had yesterday that I had made that I didn't use. So I was very excited about that. It's always nice to use, like I've said in the past, your stash stuff. This was going to become a stash item. It didn't end up becoming a stash item, so that was great. I used charcoal 8.5 by 11 1/4 as the background here, and 9.5 by 11 1/4 here, or 11.5. Mulberry Dark 8 by 10 3/4 over here, 9 by 11 over here, and then the charcoal floral paper was 7 3/4 by 10.5 and 8 3/4 by 10 3/4. I'm kind of excited that I no longer have to have two separate sizes for pages for a smidge. So then the pink plaid, I used 4 by 9.5 over here and 4 by 8.5 over here. And then the mulberry, let's see, that is dark side. And this is dark side, all dark side on this one. And this is 1 by 8.5. There's two of those, and I punched them with my scallop punch border. And then over here is 1 by 9.5, and again, scallop punched border. The flowers are the Daisy Cricket cut with sangria and shortbread that I had used before on another layout because I try to match this little flower here. And I really like them. I ended up using Sangria Dark. I was going to flip them around, but I chose not to. Shortbread Dark and then Sangria Light for the centers. And then I just put a little bit of dots in the centers with my Copic multiliner. The 11-month sign is Toffee Dark Side, ink in Toffee, using, grab it, the Rustic Sign Sentiments stamp set. I did fussy cut this, even though I have the die. I wanted a closer cut on that. Months is black ink with Breeze Serif printed on Avery clear label paper. The adhesive brad is dark brown, technically from my stash. It's left over from my Stampin' Up! Days with my little bunch of those little brad toppers. The twine is my May Arts. It's just this white, kind of natural white color. And for this one, the hidden card I did in charcoal. Oh, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark side photo mats in Mulberry 3x4. And so this was a flower I had left over from the other page. I just glued it there. I didn't want to waste it. And then the, let's see, charcoal floral pattern is 3.5 by 6 right here. On the inside, I chose to go with the plaid. Both of those are 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then, yeah, I did use flowers from the sticker sheet. I just put some little flowers there. Real simple. They're 6 by 8, and then it's scored at 4. And I've been scoring it on both sides because I don't want the white to shine through on any of these. So I just score it this way, and then I flip it over and I score it again. And that way I don't get that white area. The pocket is the one I made the other day from yesterday from the sangria little dot, or sangria, mulberry dot paper, and it's just a Cricut cut with just a standard pocket. I did add an additional piece of that paper here so that the back of the dot paper would not show through. So when you take this out, you just see the dot paper. And that, I think, is about it for that layout. I had a lot of fun with it. Oh, the leaves are in New England ivy. Too fun, though, right? I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with that one. And I don't know if I'm just more excited that I'm done with these. So 12 months, I decided to go with an official pocket and call it Little Lady. So I've been wanting to kind of use some ladybugs. I think it's because there are not any ladybugs on this pattern. There were only ladybugs on the stamp set, which I haven't used very much of. I've used him a little bit. And then on, let me grab that sheet of paper real quick and see. So there's nothing on here, although there should be, since there's those little mushrooms. It would help tie those in with the daisy centers and the mushrooms. And over here, there isn't. And it just makes me sad. I like the ladybug idea, so I ran with it. The ladybug title and all the little ladybugs and daisies that I cut are from Miss Kate's Cuttable. I will have the link to that kit below. It is 50 cents for that title, and you can pull it apart on your Cricut, make bigger sizes, glue things on at an odd angle, and just kind of have fun. I did pop here and here and here, and on these guys right here. I ended up popping these. They might get removed and flattened if it becomes a problem. So this is where I ran with this. The background is craft. And let's see, one is 8.5 by 11 1/4. The other is 9.5 by 11 1/2. And then the Glacier Floral Insect Pattern, Floral and Insect Pattern paper. 7.5 by 8 and 8 by 8. I just cut a 1/2 inch off of this one so that it had a little bit more of this border. And then I kind of offset this one to make sure that there was room for these little holes. The plaid paper technically would be 4 by 11 over here and 6 by 10 3/4 over here. I ended up cutting those to save paper because I really like this plaid paper. But it doesn't really matter either way. If you had a strip and you were just using it, you could do it, or you could cut and save paper. The pocket is a Cricut cut, just a standard pocket. I did end up cutting a 1-inch strip here and just trimming it to fit. And then I used the same multi-liner to make some dashes around there, like stitching marks. The 12-month sign, of course, is the same that we've been using. The flowers are the Miss Kate's Cuttables, the little ladybugs. Just cut them in a couple different sizes. I went with Scarlet photo mats on this. So there is 8 3x4s in the photo mats. Let me give you a close-up of this little ladybug. Isn't that cute? It's just really cute. And I think that the reason why it has little lines in the title is where the ladybugs walked. I'm just kind of thinking that's what they did. I don't know for sure. I ended up putting 2 and 2 little daisies down here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this page. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this page. So still sticking with those odd numbers. The leaves are both sides of the New England ivy. The flowers, the daisies are in white daisy. The yellowish color here is shortbread, and I alternated off and on, just made half and half and then glued as I felt. This is scarlet and charcoal. I did use the stickers for the 12 and the 11 for the other page. And then the card I did in craft. Now, craft is a little harder to do the card in. I think I did it in one other spot. You definitely have to use as much of the pattern paper on it because it is a little thinner than their regular paper, probably why they call it a specialty paper. Again, staple paper, not specialty, right? So I cut 3 of the insect paper, the Glacier Floral Insect, at 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. 2 of them, their orientation is horizontal, 1 is vertical. And this one right here, I have the plaid paper as 1.5 by 5, and I flagged the end. And inside, I just did 1 inch by 4 twice because I didn't want to have to score it right here. So there's kind of a space there. And then I just put a bunch of the little flowers I had left and then some ladybugs just to kind of finish it off. There's another little flower right there. I think that card turned out adorable with those little ladybugs. I did use my score tape, not score tape, my red line tape for the pocket. I've been trying to do that as much as possible because it's going to keep the pocket securely on there a lot more than this score tape that I have. This one is actual score tape. And it does a great job. It's very strong, but I feel like the red line tape will keep that on there just a smidge better. I forgot to mention the Getting So Big title is using that same font from yesterday, which is the DTC October Daylight, and I used Mulberry Lightside for that one. So tomorrow we should finish up this little book with just a couple more ending pages, or the ending page, and then a couple more pages in the beginning, and then this book is done. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.